Let's talk about how to have that salary conversation without feeling cheesy, without feeling nervous and stressed. So, the number one thing is preparation. So, you have got to make sure you know what's the market value? What's your worth? How do you know those things? So there's a whole bunch of places or government sites you could talk to. In your networking, you need to be talking to people. Look at other job descriptions. Some of them list the salaries. Look at your CV, look at your resume. Where do you fall short? Where do you think you have the experience? What do you bring to the table? So it's a lot of digging. So you've got to go in there prepared. And yes, you shouldn't bring it up on your first interview because you do need to establish that you are worth it. So you want to talk about all the things you bring to the table so that they're like, we've got to have this person. And then you talk about salary. Because if you start talking about salary, it's like, why should I care? Who are you and what do you bring to the table? So before you have that salary conversation first, make sure you lay the groundwork about who you are, why they should be hiring you or should be interested in hiring you. You've got to do that first. Also, you need to have an A plan, a B plan, and a C plan. What's that? So let's say you're running a marathon and you have your A plan, but you could also have a B plan, and then your C plan could be something very different as well too. So you've hit, things happen on marathon day. It could be weather, it could be wind, it could be an injury, all kinds of things that some of which you have control, some of it you don't. So put yourself, you've got that A plan, that's what you're shooting for, but give yourself a couple of other backup plans. So maybe not everything is part of the salary expectations that you have, but there are other things that you can substitute that make it worthwhile for you to accept that job. So A plan, B plan, C plan, preparation, and of course, you've got to know your worth. And that is also part of preparation. So if you go in there with this information, you'll be able to go in there and have a good, equal conversation with the hiring manager about your worth and what you bring to the table. And also, don't be greedy. Sometimes you've got to leave some and you have to take some. So put together your list of the things that are the must-haves and the things that are really nice to have. I'm Dawn Williams. I can reach on LinkedIn and on Twitter. Happy selling.